Mr. Chairman, as we've been here for the past, I think, 4 years now, this might be year number 5, wanted to talk to you about the attempt to repeal the Louisiana Science and Education Act. I believe this act hurts our students. It certainly is something that I believe puts Louisiana in the dark age. Creationism is being taught in Louisiana public schools, and I don't think that it's appropriate to be done in the science classes. The Sabine Parish School District was sued for teaching creationism, and I'm just going to read a quote from Bloomberg about the lawsuit. The Science Education Act in Louisiana, the first of its kind in the United States, permits public school teachers to use supplemental materials to help students understand, analyze, critique, and review scientific theories. In reality, it provides a loophole for teaching creationism and challenging scientific theories such as evolution and the Big Bang. Governor Jindal has even said that he approves of the teaching of creationism. I think that this law provides the opportunity for creationism to be snuck into the public schools classrooms, science classrooms, under the guise of supplemental materials to critique politically controversial science, including evolution and climate change. I'm joined at the table by two friends who've always been here, and I'm going to permit them, and I know we do have some time constraints and they're aware of those. You were going to permit graciously about 15 minutes for proponents and 15 for the opponents, and we're going to try to stay within that. But there's a significant support for the repeal of this act. Once again, there have been 78 Nobel laureate scientists that have called for the repeal of this act. Nearly 40% of all living Nobel laureate scientists have asked that this act be repealed. And major science organizations, including the American Association for the Advancement of Science, with over 10 million members, have also supported the repeal of this act. Also supporting repeal are the American Institute for Biological Sciences, the American Society for Cell Biology, Society for Study of Evolution, the Society of Systematic Biologists, the American Society of Naturalists, the Society of Vertebrate Paleontology, and the American Society of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Organizations of educators are also supportive of the repeal, including the Louisiana Science Teachers Association. These are the ladies and gentlemen who are on the front lines teaching science in our classrooms every day, and Louisiana Association of Biology Educators and the National Association of Biology Teachers. The conservative education policy think tank, the Thomas Fordham Institute, released a report which described the Louisiana Science and Education Act as a devastating flaw. Teachers organizations, including the National Association of Biology Teachers and the Louisiana Science Teachers Association, have called for the repeal as well. The Baton Rouge Advocate, the New Orleans City Council, the Clergy Letter Project, thousands of clergy members in support of teaching evolution, and tens of thousands of people have signed petitions to support the repeal effort. And Reverend Welton Gaddy, president of the Interfaith Alliance, has said that the repeal effort represents the best thing in American science, the best thinking in American religion, and it also reflects the U.S. Constitution, not to take that lightly. Religion and evolution are not in conflict. Pope John Paul II said, "There is no conflict between evolution and the doctrine of faith." With respect to the economy, as I close, teaching creationism will prevent Louisiana students from getting good science and technology jobs. I'm really confident of that. We've seen that impact over the years of how Louisiana has this black eye, and we are referenced as living in the dark ages for having this on the books. LSU's former dean, our LSU that was just referenced here, I don't know if he's still here, the graduate dean of science said, Kevin Carmen said, that two top scientists who rejected his offer to come to LSU cited the Louisiana Science Education Act as the reason why they would not come to LSU. They would not come because of this law on the books. Also, I just lost an evolution biologist who said he was leaving the state because his children are nearing school age and he didn't want them to attend a school where they might be taught true science. Teaching pseudoscience where they might not be taught true science. Let me make sure I clarify that. Teaching pseudoscience drives scientists away. This is evidenced by our own flagship, losing competent and qualified professors. And organizations and scientists are boycotting Louisiana for many of their conferences. The Society for Integrative and Comparative Biology canceled a planned 2011 convention in New Orleans because of this law. This law hurts our students. It hurts our state. It's driving away scientists and people who are working in science-related fields. Our students will not be prepared to go to college or take jobs in science fields if they're not taught evolution and misunderstand the scientific method and the nature of science. The Louisiana Science Education Act will eventually be repealed. If it's not today, I would hope that it would be the start of that process today with the membership of this committee. But it's up to legislators to decide, and I would hope that you all would join me. Do you want to be on the side of science, which developed penicillin and put a man on the moon, or do you want to be remembered for forcing pseudoscience in the classrooms and miseducating our kids? I would hope you join me on the side of science this morning.